It's one thing to be wealthy, but it's another to guarantee that your children, grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren will enjoy the same level of luxury and extravagance as you. This is the reality for the top 8 wealthiest families on the planet. The Koch family. In a world where opulence is the embodiment of a luxurious lifestyle, very few families represent extravagance as vividly as the Kochs. Possessing an estimated net wealth exceeding $68 billion, the Koch family has established a far-reaching empire that cuts across various sectors, including energy and manufacturing. Koch Industries presently stands as the most sizable privately held company in the United States and one of the foremost oil producers globally. The Koch lineage is keen on preserving their status quo, being extensively involved in U.S. politics. Charles and David Koch, for instance, are known for their significant financial contributions aimed at countering climate change legislation. They are among the most prominent Republican Party benefactors of the last decade, providing more than $1.5 billion in support. The Kochs are renowned for their indulgent spending, especially on luxurious acquisitions, such as priceless artwork. They have a penchant for acquiring masterpieces from celebrated artists like Monet and Picasso, transforming their residences into private art museums that would cause any art lover's heart to flutter. Still, nothing quite says exorbitantly wealthy like splurging $2.3 million on a vintage photograph. Indeed, this is no ordinary faded piece of paper, but an original Billy the Kid snapshot. It seems William Koch has a fascination with the Wild West, as spending what amounts to loose change on a photo doesn't seem to faze him. While purchasing a $2.3 million photograph might seem extravagant, it pales in comparison to the spending habits of the wealthiest family in India. The Ambani family. The distinction of being the wealthiest family in India should immediately tell you something. India, a nation of 1.4 billion inhabitants, is not particularly famed for wealth equality. On the contrary, India's affluent class are not just wealthy, but phenomenally rich. However, none embrace a lifestyle as opulent and extravagant as the Ambani family. At the helm of this family is the formidable tycoon, Mukesh Ambani. The Ambanis are well known for their staggering wealth and lavish lifestyle, boasting a mind-boggling net worth of $85.1 billion. They've accumulated their fortune chiefly through Reliance Industries, one of India's largest conglomerates, with a broad spectrum of interests ranging from telecommunications to petrochemicals. But what truly commands attention is their appetite for the finer things in life. The clearest indication of the Ambani's affluence can be found in their residence. The family of 6 resides in a 27-story building named Antilia. This architectural marvel that dominates Mumbai's skyline is currently the world's most costly private home, valued at approximately $2 billion. With its lotus-shaped exterior and splendidly adorned interior, the house is a genuine work of art. The family occupies the top 6 floors of this gigantic mansion, while the remaining levels are dedicated to a variety of high-end amenities, including a private cinema, a state-of-the-art gym, and a world-class spa center. Notably, the house includes a snow room, kept at 0 degrees all year round. The mansion's first 6 floors serve as the family garage, housing over 160 vehicles, including custom-made Rolls-Royces, limited-edition Bentleys, and other ultra-luxurious cars. Yet, for all their extravagances, the Ambanis are also deeply committed to philanthropy, contributing to various charitable endeavors. Their generosity is boundless as they endeavor to have a positive societal impact and elevate the less fortunate. The Ambani family certainly knows how to leave an impression in the circle of the ultra-wealthy. However, compared to what lies ahead, their influence is more akin to a ripple in a pond. The Walton family. In modern America, the status of a town often isn't determined by population size, local governance, or metropolitan character, but rather by whether it's home to a Walmart or not. These megastores have essentially monopolized the country, and as a result, the Walton family, the entrepreneurial force behind them, have amassed staggering wealth. The family's affluence finds its origins with the late Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart in 1962. Today, Walmart is an international retail powerhouse with over 11,000 stores in 27 countries and a net worth exceeding $250 billion. This financial prowess places the Waltons consistently among the globe's richest families. Despite their enormous fortune, the Waltons are often viewed as grounded individuals. However, they do indulge in their fair share of extravagances. Take Alice Walton, for example, Sam Walton's daughter, who is a passionate art collector. In 2011, she established the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Arkansas, showcasing her impressive collection. One of her significant acquisitions includes a renowned painting by artist Georgia O'Keeffe, bought for a hefty $44.4 million. Yet the Walton family's expenditures aren't limited to art. They've also made considerable philanthropic contributions, donating billions to various causes like education, healthcare, and environmental conservation. They're active supporters of the Walton Family Foundation, a charitable organization dedicated to enhancing the quality of life for individuals and communities. The Betancourt family. In conversations about wealthy families, it's common to focus on a patriarchal figure at the apex. However, this isn't the case with the Betancourts. The late Lillian Betancourt was the matriarch who catapulted the family into their ultra-rich status. It's important to note that the family was far from impoverished prior to Lillian's leadership. The Betancourts are an old noble family with a lineage that can be traced back to 14th century Norman nobility. Nevertheless, under Lillian's guidance, their branch of the family succeeded in achieving fame, fortune, and recognition as one of the world's richest families. The matriarch herself was the wealthiest woman in the world, with a net worth of $44.3 billion at the time of her passing in 2017. Today, the family's worth has more than doubled to $92.7 billion. Their primary source of income stems from the legendary L'Oréal cosmetics empire. Currently, this giant of women's beauty is in the capable hands of Lillian's daughter, Françoise Betancourt Myers, who has followed in her mother's footsteps. Françoise is not only the world's richest woman, but also ranks among the top 10 wealthiest individuals, holding the 9th position with an estimated net worth of $92 billion. Despite their immense wealth, the Betancourt family is remarkably humble. Yes, they reside in extravagant homes, drive high-end vehicles, and enjoy the luxuries life can offer, but they choose to shy away from the limelight and relish the tranquility that $92.7 billion can afford. Nonetheless, when compared to our next entry, the Betancourts appear more liberal with their spending, despite having slightly less wealth. The Wertheimer family. The Wertheimers, renowned for their staggering wealth, perfectly embody a narrative of amassing billions through exploiting the brilliance of another. Their extravagant lifestyle stands as a testament to their shrewd financial choices and a series of strategic moves that catapulted them to the zenith of wealth. At the heart of their narrative is a partnership that began in 1920 when Pierre Wertheimer struck a deal with the emerging fashion icon, Coco Chanel. Pierre Wertheimer, recognizing Chanel's innovative designs and her vision for a global fashion empire, leveraged his retail expertise and became a key figure in Chanel's expansion strategy. However, their agreement incited controversy as Wertheimer secured a whopping 70% of all profits, while a paltry 10% went back to Chanel. This skewed arrangement emphasized Wertheimer's savvy business acumen, which was far from straightforward. Chanel managed to win some legal battles, but her significant retaliation came during the bleak days of the Nazi occupation of France. Owing to her connections with the German Nazi Party, she persuaded them to seize the company from the Wertheimers, who were of Jewish descent. However, ever the strategist, Pierre Wertheimer cleverly transferred the company to a Nazi collaborator. After the war, the Wertheimers quickly reclaimed control of the fashion empire. The death of Coco Chanel marked a significant turning point in the fortunes of the Wertheimer family. They seized the moment and acquired Chanel's shares, solidifying their control over the iconic brand. With their newfound control and a keen understanding of the global luxury market, the Wertheimers capitalized on their fortune, astutely investing to multiply their wealth exponentially. Today, Pierre's grandsons, Alain and Gerard, manage the family business. They expanded the family wealth by investing in luxury vineyards across France and horse breeding facilities worldwide, a truly sweet culmination to their tale. However, if you're more inclined towards sweet beginnings, I have just the ultra-wealthy family for you. The Windsor family. Undoubtedly one of the most renowned and influential royal families globally, with lineage branches extending throughout Europe and a sphere of influence that quite literally encompasses the whole planet. If that doesn't inspire you to search for your own Windsor spouse, wait until you discover the astounding wealth of the latest generation of British royalty. The progeny of Prince William and Kate Middleton, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are not only living lives of exceptional luxury, but are also accumulating considerable wealth. Prince George is already worth $2.8 billion, and his sister Charlotte is valued at $4.3 billion. The young royals have not yet reached the age of 10, but they have already achieved 10-digit fortunes, which is simply awe-inspiring. The Windsors are not merely presiding over a nation with a GDP of $2.7 trillion. Their influence extends far beyond Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales, and England, reaching every continent, even Antarctica. This includes the South Pacific island of Tanna, where the Duke of Edinburgh was deemed a literal god, and Canada, where King Charles's portrait graces the $20 bill. Perhaps that sounds peculiar, but did you know that King Charles technically owns 1/6 of the Earth's landmass? As the world's largest landlord, controlling over 6 billion acres of land, he is also technically the head of state for 16 countries. These nations, part of the Commonwealth realm, include some of the wealthiest places globally, such as Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. This would place the estimated worth of the Windsor family at an astounding $25 trillion. While the Windsors may preside over a constitutional monarchy, this doesn't diminish their vast influence. There are even individuals with permanent tattoos of the royal family on their bodies, a testament to their popularity. Popularity, of course, should be backed by considerable wealth, and the Windsors do not disappoint. They possess numerous castles, mansions, and estates, all of high value, most of which they didn't even have to purchase. They also own the Royal Collection, one of the world's most significant art collections, boasting over 7,000 paintings, 40,000 watercolors and drawings, and approximately 150,000. The Rothschild family. When you find your family at the center of countless conspiracy theories, and eccentric thinkers are convinced that you're a five-dimensional lizard ruling the world, it's safe to say you're among the wealthiest families on the planet. With an astounding fortune of $400 billion, it's no wonder the Rothschilds often find themselves cast as the villains in various narratives. Fortunately, when your wealth reaches such proportions, the opinions of a conspiracy theorist halfway across the world don't really impact you. The Rothschild dynasty was founded in the late 18th century by Meyer Amschel Rothschild in Frankfurt, Germany. Their initial success as bankers and financiers led to rapid ascension, allowing them to extend their operations to major financial hubs across Europe. Their careful handling of international financial affairs during periods of political unrest bolstered their formidable reputation. Today, the family holds shares in virtually every profitable enterprise worldwide. In addition to banking, they're also engaged in mining and construction. The Rothschilds control some of the world's largest mining operations, including Glencore Mining Company, worth $127.5 billion, Rio Tinto Mining, valued at $103 billion, and Agora Oil and Gas, worth $1.4 billion. They also own RIT Capital Partners, worth $7.7 billion, and La Compagnie Financière Edmond de Rothschild, estimated at around $121 billion. However, these investments merely scratch the surface. The Rothschilds are also celebrated for their appreciation of the arts, and their collection, valued at more than $2 billion, is a shining example of stylish wealth display. Further, the family possesses roughly $25 billion worth of real estate properties globally. Their coveted assets include Chateau Mouton Rothschild, valued at $200 million, and Waddesdon Manor, worth $356 million. Of course, there have been some luxury purchases over the years. For instance, Nat Rothschild acquired the Planet 9 superyacht for $102 million. However, such flamboyant acquisitions are generally the exception. The family maintains a low profile and seldom publicizes extravagant or scandalous purchases. This discretion marks one of the most significant contrasts between the Rothschilds and the wealthiest family on Earth. The Al Saud family. When imagining individuals of mind-boggling wealth, it's highly likely that the Saudi royal family, the Al Sauds, spring to mind. Their extravagant lifestyles and purchases can make even the most extravagant lottery winners appear thrifty. With a staggering $1.4 trillion in their coffers, it's hardly surprising that the family leads an incredibly lavish lifestyle. The primary source of the Al Saud's wealth is the oil and energy industry. The family runs several successful companies engaged in the oil, gas, and other energy sectors, which together amount to trillions of dollars in value. Aramco, the world's largest oil producer responsible for 15% of the global oil supply, is the principal contributor to the Al Saud family's wealth and is valued at an estimated $8 trillion. The family also possesses stakes in major banks, telecommunications companies, construction firms, and various other businesses. Their investments are so vast and diverse that they likely don't have full knowledge of all the details. As you can envision, their lifestyle is far from modest or grounded. They live by the motto, "If it's not golden, it doesn't deserve our attention." This mantra encompasses golden cars, yachts, decorations, and even a golden escalator. Wherever King Salman, the patriarch of the Al Saud family, travels, hotels are obliged to revamp their decor with golden motifs and custom-made furniture. However, that's merely the tip of the iceberg. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is famed for his opulent lifestyle and ownership of numerous high-priced properties worldwide. His holdings include Chateau Louis XV, valued at roughly $300 million, a hotel in Mecca worth $3.5 billion, and rights to Neom, the self-sustaining linear city projected to transform the Saudi Arabian desert into a breathtaking utopia. This ambitious project carries an estimated price tag of around $1.1 trillion, though its completion remains uncertain. Discussing the Al Saud royal family's luxurious lifestyle could easily fill its own video, considering its vast scope.